three analyzers in question are these three. We have the new Anton, so this is the Pro. We have the Bluelyzer, and we're going to be using the Kane 456, which isn't their new analyzer. The reason why we're not using a new Kane analyzer is when I decided to do this video, I got in contact with all three companies. Within 2 days of sending the email, Anton agreed to supply us this free of charge. I think it was about 4 or 5 days after. Bluelyzer, free of charge. Kane, nothing. Didn't hear anything from them. Sent another email, still didn't hear anything from them. Spoke to him on the phone. Oh yeah, they were all over us. Yeah, we'll send you one. We'll, why don't you come and film it at our centre, they said, where we do our calibration. I thought, well, no, that's a good offer, but no, that's not the right thing to do because it's not fair on the other two companies. Still didn't get one. Phone, this has been going on 6 months now. I wanted to film this 6 months ago, but Kane completely ignored us. Even spoken to one of their head guys, he said it gets sorted, didn't happen. Okay, so can't wait any longer for Kane to supply us with a new analyzer. So the only one we've got at the centre is the 456. That's the only one we've got, and I believe the only difference really between this and the new one is the new one has 2 pumps, but Kane haven't sent us any information, they haven't sent us any analyzers, it's like they didn't want to take part in this test. Okay, so they are the 3 analyzers we're going to be using. So let's take a closer look at each one. So let's start with the Anton. I'm doing these in no particular order, just that Anton starts with A, so I'm going to do him in alphabetical order. Now this is the new Pro. I think it's been out about 12 months now. Might be wrong about that, but they've done some really big changes, Anton, with their analyzer. The main changes from their sprint range is the case is more durable. So I'm going to be sending off this analyzer because it's due for calibration, and I'm also sending it with one of the old, it's about 18 months, 2 years old, this other analyzer we're going to send, and we've had to send about 3 back now in the last 2 or 3 years because the cases have split. So when the analyzer's been dropped, they've been splitting across the bottom there. So they've made this new case, which is supposed to be, according to their information here, that it's made from the same stuff motorbike crash helmets are made from. So hopefully that's going to be stronger. So we're going to be doing a test for that. Okay. And the way we connect everything up at the bottom here, so all the stuff in the bottom, that's changed as well. We're going to see these up against each other, so I'm not going to go into too much detail about them, but the Anton has had massive changes, and we're going to see if they're for the better. One of the things is the buttons are massive now, so we'll have a look at them when they're all together and see when they're up against each other whether the new changes are as good as Anton say they are. Now the second analyzer we're going to look at, because it's a Bluelyzer from Blueline and B comes after A because it's alphabetical, is this little baby. Okay, tiny little thing. It's more like a smartphone rather than a flue gas analyzer. You don't even think you've got it in your bloody hand. It's that small, but buttons are still good, and again we'll look at all the different options and different things you can do with these analyzers. So be interested to see if this, with it being half the size of the other 2 analyzers, actually does exactly the same thing. So but this is the new technology. So let's have a look at the Kane, because Kane doesn't start with a C, it starts with a K, but it's still after B. So let's look at the Kane last. So this is the Kane, the 456. So like I've just said at the beginning about this analyzer, Kane really wasn't interested in taking, or it seems that Kane weren't interested in taking part in this video. So I'm going to have to use the one what we've got here at the centre. So again, we'll see this is the biggest and the heaviest out of all the three analyzers, but when we look at all the different options and different things this can do, we'll see if it matches up to all the others. Like I say, I think the only difference is the difference between the 456 and the 458 is 458 has 2 pumps in it. So, but we'll talk about that later. Now, that's just an introduction to the 3 analyzers we're actually using. The first test we're going to do is, because all these 3 analyzers are due for calibration at the same time. So the first test we're going to do is get them packed up and get them shipped back to their companies to get them recalibrated. Now, let's get them sent off and let's get them back, and then we can start getting some tests done. So the first test is, how quick can they get them back? Now, next part of the test is, we've got 3 analyzers, well we've actually got 4 because we've got 2 going back to Anton. We're going to send these analyzers back to the manufacturers for calibration. So, this one is the Bluelyzer one, okay? Now, Bluelyzer actually paid for you to send it back. So, but because of this test, I want them to go to the same place so you can see them going to the post office. I'm going to cover the cost of it, but actually, Bluelyzer do pay in their fees. They do pay for you to send it off, and they actually send it back to you as well. So that's part of their actual package. Now this one is for the Kane. So we've got a Kane in here, so we're going to send that off to Kane. And then we've got 2 Antons in here. Now one of them is broken and needs calibration, the other one needs calibration. Okay, so I'm going to take them out to the post office. So the time now is 11:25, and it is Thursday the 12th of September 2019. We're going to be taking these at around about 12 o'clock off to the post office. So I'm going to film myself going into the post office, and if the post office let me film inside, actually handing them over so you can see me sending them at the same time. So we've got the Anton, the Kane and the Bluelyzer. We're going to send them all off today, and we're going to see when they come back. So, let's get to the post office. So, let's get to the post office. So here's the post office, just round the corner from the centre. There's a copper. Hello, Mr. Policeman. I'll pull in front of this car and park up under the yellow lines. So there you go, we're at the post office. So I've got the parcels. What time is it now? 12:10. 12:10. First class recording, please. First class recording. And this one? Yeah, they're all first class recording, please. So that's the first one gone on, that's the Anton one. gone on the scales. That one's the Kane one on the scale.
First class recorded again?
Yep, first class recorded, yep. Okay. And the last one is the Bluelyzer. So that's all of them done now. Find out which one comes back the quickest for sending them off at the same time. Yeah, they're analysers, the flue gas analysers. So they're going to be they get repaired and then they get sent back to us. And engineers always say what's the quickest, which is the best one, so that's why we're doing it. So it's for gas engineers.
1877.
That's it, done, paid for. 1877. Bargain. £18.77. Bargain my arse. So that's proof they've all gone off at the same time. So all we've got to do now is see which one comes back first. Wait. If you've enjoyed this video, why don't you give us a thumbs up or leave a constructive comment down below. If you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, then get subscribing, and don't forget to hit that notification bell because we release new videos every Wednesday. So I hope you've enjoyed this video and see you next Wednesday for the next exciting episode of Which Analyzer is Best.